ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Talks with Todd.
Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I've been MIA for a minute, and it's been for a reason, man. I had to really beat down and hold things down for the fam. And yeah, it was necessary. It was necessary time off, but I had to get back to it, and this is definitely about to be a great episode. This is a special drop for season 5. For those of you that don't know, season 5 is all about hip hop. This is going to be the season of hip hop, okay? And I'm about to probably keep it like this for a minute. So I want to let y'all know that this episode right here is very special to me because when I was making music, I came across this person. Okay, well, before I started really getting serious about music, I came across this person in high school. So this guy has been a great inspiration, not outside of music, okay? But musically, this dude is dope. He got multiple albums coming out pretty soon. He's been rapping, to my knowledge, since he was 15 or 16 years old, and I've watched him gradually just get better and better and better. I don't recall even hearing nothing whack from him before. And this is just me being somebody that loves hip hop. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you not only somebody that just makes music, he actually has his own music company called XO Music, and he's still thriving, still going to this day. Welcome, my friend, my brother, Jack D. Soprano. What's up, my guy?
What up, though? What up, though? What's good, my brother? I appreciate the flowers, man. But,
Man, most definitely.
But you guys need some flowers over there too, because y'all doing a real good service to the people by being positive with the podcast.
Thank you, man.
These podcasts, so it's so much demonic energy on so much of this stuff that we don't need any more of that. And you guys really keeping it positive. Y'all keeping families together. Y'all telling people good stuff, man. We really need more of that.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to my engineer who just won Producer of the Year. Yeah, shout out to my engineer Telly behind the ones and twos, man. That's fire. So, man, dude, you already know, like, it's been great with everything that's been going on, and you've been hearing all the older statesmen, the legends of the music game, make music still, and now we're here, rapping in your 40s. How has that been for you?
Well, here's the thing. Gatekeepers are down.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. The gatekeepers are down. And, you got to remember, I'm 40, 41. You got to think, for the last 20 years, they were farming artists.
Absolutely.
Right now, they say DistroKid is about 6 million artists putting music out. You got to think of these guys, probably half of them were probably being farmed by major labels for a long time. Writing for people, getting the songs stole, getting their spirits taken because, XYZ either signed to get shelved, all types of games the industry was playing to keep these so-called hot guys hot.
Yeah, definitely.
So now that you see a over emergence of older, chronologically aged older rappers dropping new stuff, it's beautiful to see that because it's putting the art and the culture back in the balance that it needed to be, because we don't respect this as the four elemental culture that it is. Well, you got earth, air, fire, water. Any culture, the fire keepers was the spokesman, the storytellers, the tribal journalists, if we gotta say it like that. Right. So usually the storytellers were older.
Yeah.
So we the first time in history where we got a culture where the storytellers is being marginalized into being young.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you're
now,
right.
And we just spent the last 15, 20 years just capping rappers on being 40. I mean, on being 19, 20, 21, 22. And, wait a minute, we got a large spectrum of stuff going on here. What threw me off was LL, Fat Joe, and Rick Ross had a hot one about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember.
whoa. Threw me off. Like, okay, all right, LL, let's go.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that, man? Why do you think they keep putting an age cap on rappers, but not nowhere else? You got a lot of people in rock and everywhere else, pop. They 60 performing. Why do you think it's an age gap on rappers, or why do you think it was put out there like that? Like, oh, it's a young man's sport. All these rappers
Well,
were young men at one point.
well, people like to call me a conspiracy theorist, but I don't know how much of a conspiracy theorist you can be if the shit keep happening.
Right.
But the big conspiracy theory was around 92, that the 1992, where the prison industrial complex had bought stocks and shares of the music publishing companies. And this is why rap had turned into gangster rap around 92 or whatever. Everybody's heard that conspiracy theory or whatnot. Well, you got to think, if that is a conspiracy theory, a part of that would be marginalizing guys in between ages 17 and 25, where they're telling you you're supposed to die
No fiction on that. No
or
fiction
go to
on that.
jail.
Yeah. You right.
So yeah.
Okay. Now you working on it. Oh, actually, no. You the album's done. Let's
Yeah,
get
both
into-
of them done.
Both of them are done. Let's get into the first one you got done. Now I've heard both. You know how I feel about them. I love them. You know what I threw out there already. So let's talk about the first album. What is the name of that album? Or tell the people
Shout
the
out.
name of that.
It's called Richard.
Okay.
Like, Richard Hennessy. Shout out to Prodigy on Mobb Deep for the Shook Ones, the first Shook Ones video where he had Hennessy.
Yeah.
Prodigy always was one of my inspirations. So I think, okay, how can I take it a step higher? We're gonna go with Richard. And that's the Hennessy most people don't taste, because that's about 17,000 a bottle sometimes.
Yeah, right. Depending on
Hey,
where you go.
depending on where you go, that's a $500 shot.
Yeah.
So most people, it's a little mature. I tried to keep it more on the hip hop level and keep it very mature. I got a couple tracks on there. What, I got a song on there I ain't even cuss on. I tried to channel my inner Rakim God Allah and not, go with the vulgarity. But that's just where we at right now. What do you expect from a 40-year-old? What am I gonna sit here and do? Make the sing-songy?
Right. Exactly. So what's the process been like since you completed this album?
Man, right now the process is we're just making stuff now. I got a nice little team. Shout out to Tegan, 10 Letter Trap. Shout out to my man's Davino. Shout outs to BJ Gates. Shout out to the OGs, Lateef Murdoch. I owe this brother so much when it comes to learning music and producing and vocal production and songwriting. I couldn't have did none of this without him. I couldn't have did it without my supporting cast of Quality Control, old and young, because you got to have some YNs on the squad to let you know, hey, you're going too far over into boom bappy. And
Right.
then, you gotta have your OGs to let you know, hey, the mumbling not for you. So, you gotta bring it on back, have some balance here. It's all about balance.
That's dope.
And I got that from you.
Oh yeah. How so?
I got that from Talks with Todd. It's all about balance. As long as we balancing the scales or balancing the equation, it's all good. We can move forward.
That's what's up. Man, thank you. I appreciate that too, bro. Mm-hmm. So you had took a hiatus from music. Can you speak a little bit as to why you took some time away from music?
Well, going back to the farming of artists conversation, once upon a time, back when we were younger and, I'm pumping music. I run into some guys that are a production team. And,
Okay.
I go work on songs with them and, they really working us. And, they got us under the illusion that we're going to put these records out. and then you stop hearing from these guys, and then the next thing you know, you hear a song on the radio from insert popular artist here, and your verse is the refrain of the hook. Like, wow, wait a minute. And then next thing you know, you go link back up with those producers, and they got a bigger house, nicer studio,
Yep.
all types of stuff going on. It's like, hey, wait a minute, did y'all sell my song to, you know, hot artists here? And oh no, man, well, here's my number for ASCAP. You know, y'all need to add me onto the credits or whatever, and then you don't hear from them no more.
Okay, so that's what made you be like, okay, let me take a break from this before I hurt somebody.
Well, Well, no, it goes a little deeper than that. You know, that's just the bumps in being a young man in business. You
Right.
know, I watched the NWA movie, and I don't want to credit it to the Heller guy messing over NWA because they were black. No, they were just young, inexperienced businessmen. So,
That's true.
that's the problem. When you got young, inexperienced businessmen, people take advantage of you in business.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's true.
that's just your lessons you learn in life and business in general.
Got you. Now,
But
oh, go ahead. What you
go
about to
ahead.
say?
Oh, well, I was about to say that, and it goes a little further where you go through this time and time again, where these bad publishing deals they offer you, or these bad production deals they offer you, and if you're young and don't have any money going or no motion for yourself, you'll fall for it,
Yeah.
and then
I,
you'll be in exclusionary, and you'll be stuck with these people forever, and you can't do anything. But if you got a little motion, making a little money for yourself, you can tell these people, no, go to hell. No, I'm not messing with that.
yeah. Yeah.
You
You
know,
can.
not you remember the Ali Vegas interview a few years back?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I remember.
Now, I told people for 20 years, they want to invite you to the orgy.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to go, that's where the brick wall is.
Right. You're not gonna blow up until you blow. I get it. I get it. I definitely get
Oh
it.
wow.
Yeah, I get it. It is what it is. But since you learned that lesson, no, since you learned how it is in business, what would you say is the greatest lesson you've learned since you've been doing music?
Whew. Everything is temporary.
Man. Yeah, that's in life, but yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
but that is one of the hardest things ever. That's why, right now we got a whole record done right now. We got two records done, and I'm still working
Yeah,
because
yeah,
everything is temporary. You got to just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going until it's over with, until you call it quits.
right, right.
You know.
So, what's your goal this time around since you stepped back into doing music?
Well, honestly, just I really have a whole team, and I have youngsters behind me that are doing their thing, and I really want to pass this on to them. And listen, I want to get this out the way, get it over to them, let them run with it. But if I have to keep on tapping in, I'll tap in because music is universal, and your art belongs to God. Your creativity belongs to God.
Yeah,
And you have to do it every day or you're going to let the devil in.
absolutely. I agree with you. I definitely agree
So
with you.
to keep the devil up off of you, you got to continue to work in your art form. Whether if you're working for yourself or working with other people.
Yeah, I agree. You ain't
Oh,
lying
and
about.
shout out to y'all too. Shout out to you and the team over there. I love how y'all practice black economics over there, man. That is beautiful. We
Yeah,
got we got to shout each other out. We got to support each other. We gotta give each other light because without it, man, what are we talking about here?
yeah, I agree. I agree. Now you said you got a team. Now your team is pretty mixed as far as age gaps or whatnot. Tell me how did that come about? because I remember you saying that you got to listen to the younger generation as well. But how did it come about to where you all ended up working together collectively?
Whew. Boats and hoes, blunts and bitches. I guess I don't know. Hey man, I honestly, I don't. Honestly, I call it. It must be fate or it must be the stars because just over the years, just meeting people and meeting this, meeting them, and I just so happen to be the centerpiece of everybody because I have individual relationships with everyone I'm working with, so through me, it all kind of comes together.
Okay, that's what's up. That's dope. And listen, let me tell you something. It take a special type of person and a solid person to be able to bring people together that normally wouldn't even be in the same room with each other. They'll walk past each other and not even think twice. You feel me? So that trust me, as a person coming from a person that's able to do that, I recognize when somebody else is able to do that. That is different. That's a different level of power that shouldn't be tampered with. So that's dope, man. So for real, shout out to you for being able to do that and get these people to work together. And I know you deal with all kind of egos situations happening, and then you able to balance. You are able to be the balance and all of that. Hey man, let's cut that shit out and get to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope that you got that, man. And
Oh man, you remember the sessions back in the day? 6, 7 guys in the studio. Somebody get to jibber jabbering and arguing about some stupid stuff. Like, hey man, we here to work, man.
right, yeah, I remember exactly what that was like. So yeah, so the music I heard, like I said, I heard both of them. And Rashard, before I heard the second album, Rashard, I already claimed it as album of the year. And this is off of me listening to everybody else's stuff that everybody else knows. Okay. And I'm saying that not just because you my dog. I'm saying that because I have a good ear for music. Whether I'm still making music or not, I always had a good ear for music. And that right there is not only timeless music, it's great music. Is like there's not too many people that can rap and make you think, but also you could turn up to, and then also you can be like, hey, you know what? I need to implicate this into my life somehow. It's not too many people that are gifted enough to do that. So talk to me about that. Talk to me about how not difficult, but what was your experience when it came down to being versatile? What have you been hearing since you've been this versatile?
Well, it come from Detroit,
Okay.
actually. I always put up the debate that if we're gonna pick the top 100 rappers, that list got to go through Detroit.
Absolutely.
Detroit listens to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you got your E40 people, you got your Tupac people, you got your Biggie people, you got your Wu-Tang people, you got your Bone Thugs and Harmony people, you got your Master P Body fans, you got your Cash Money fans, you got your Dungeon Family fans, you got your Trick Daddy fans. Everybody listens to everything in Detroit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that gotta go through Detroit. And so because being a native Detroiter, we listen to everything. So, being out here on the West Coast now, people be shocked at how well I know E40's catalog.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, wow, what you from Detroit? What you doing on this? Hey man, that we listen to 40 like he from Detroit.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know,
They say the Bay is Detroit. The Bay and Detroit is cousins.
Bro, that's the only thing remind me of Detroit out here is the Bay. I love the Bay
Yeah.
because you almost see the traps the same way. You know what gas station not to go to just cause you from Detroit and you see the outlaw. No, we not stopping there.
Yep. Yep. I already
We gonna
know.
keep it moving.
Yeah, you already know. What would you say is the biggest challenge rapping in your 40s? What do you think it is now? What do you believe it is now?
Collaborators, egos. Guys get really upset when they ain't keeping up with you on the track. And the crazy part is, I'm so hungry about it, bro. I'll write your stuff for you.
That's
You,
real though.
and it's no judgment zone because it don't make me better than you. It don't make you better. It don't make nobody better than nobody. We're here for the music.
Exactly. If you care
You
about
know,
good
the,
music, you don't care who writing it.
right? And it's like I don't use ghostwriters per se, but I'm not gonna lie and say that the homie ain't gave me a line that I done ran with. Or he didn't came with a verse and I done took the cadence and I did my own verse on the same cadence. I'm not gonna act like we don't do that in our sessions like that because it's all about the music.
Absolutely. That's real. I mean, I think a lot of people fail to realize that phrase teamwork make the dream work is a real thing. Like, I don't know, I have not met not one person that just could sit up here and act like they did everything on their own. They came up with the beat on their own. They came up with the hook all on their own. The lyrics, like somebody helped you somewhere. That's why you're able to be great. That a good team is gonna get you far. And it sounds like that's exactly what you have, and that's dope. And I'm proud of you. I love what I've heard, and I know I'm gonna love what I'm gonna keep hearing moving forward. And I just want to know, you said, you told me the challenges was egos and collaboration. How have you been successful with getting past that barrier?
Well, keeping things in house. So to kind of piggyback this answer is kind of explaining the second album.
Got you.
Now the second album is Napoleon. That's named after another one of my favorite cognacs that I don't dabble in anymore. But Napoleon, um, Cavassier. It's executive produced by 10 Letter Trap.
Okay.
Now, you would think this is gonna be South Sac, Iraq, straight up gang banger music, but I understood the assignment. He produced over half of it. He's on a song himself, and I trusted him on the artistic direction on that, and I just sat back and did my thing as a rapper this time,
Got you.
not as a producer, but as a rapper, and somehow it made magic. Like
That's
I
it.
couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it once it was done. I mean, it's pretty much an old nigga doing a young nigga album.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I want to talk to you about this too. A lot of producers don't get enough credit, right, for a song being great. Can you explain to the people what being, because you produce yourself. Can you explain to the people the importance of a producer?
Well, a lot of rappers don't understand the producer owns half of the publishing anyway, so they really have to be involved in the songwriting process with the rapper in order for it to make sense. You are a collaborator with the rapper, and a lot of rappers think that they could just run with the song and it's my song, I made it. No, 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 no. Because see, the credit now, that's where the misconception comes in is it the social credit for the record or the paperwork credit for the record? Because behind the scenes, the producer still owns half of the record,
Right.
and that's just legal splits. And so a lot of times these rappers need to take input from the producer in order to collaborate the song properly. But here at our level, independent level, it gets jumbled up. And so you get a lot of egos clashing. And I made this song, it's my song, and then he ain't getting paid for it because the producer got all the paperwork rights to it and everything.
Got
So
you.
it all gets convoluted between egos, bad business, more egos, and more bad business.
Got you.
And
Got you.
it just all falls apart. It's pointless. A lot of producers don't promote the record. I never understood why producers don't promote the record and you own half the record.
Right.
Like, I mean, if if I've sworn off producing for rappers outside of the circle, but if I was to produce a song, let's just say ABC Fuckboy drops dollars in my hand.
Right.
Um Nigga, I'm gonna have ABC Fuckboy t-shirt on all month. That motherfucker gonna be musty as hell, but I'm gonna be walking around in ABC Fuckboy shirt. You feel me?
Yep.
Like for real, fuck it, dog. Cause we gotta promote the record.
That's true. Very
What
true.
the fuck are we talking about? So, yeah.
Now, let me ask you this: how has being a producer help you as a rapper?
Um, I would say that I'm able to write more fluidly, like like Bruce Lee say, be water. It allows me to be water with the songwriting process. So if I'm working on on someone, like if I'm working on a beat myself and I'm writing a song while I'm working on the beat, it's easy for me to do that. But now when I have someone else's song and I have their bridges, their transitions and all of that, I have to still be very fluid and just work around it. It's at this point, man, it's been 90, started writing in 1999. It's 2025, bro. It's second nature at this point.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Now, would you advise anybody that especially somebody from the younger generation that wants to rap, to try to learn everything surrounding rap and not just be the talent?
Definitely, because you're not gonna get paid.
Right.
And they've made the margins even slimmer now. I mean, you might as well be outside the 7-Eleven with a cup asking for quarters because they got to play the song 16 times to make a penny. So, you shaking a coin jar out here these days. So you got to have your paperwork together. You got to make sure you registering these songs correctly. They keep a accurate tracking of it because it's all the internet now. So they keep accurate tracking of your spins and your plays. So get your paperwork together.
And I'm glad you said that. Speaking of paperwork, explain to the inspiring artists, I should say, what that looks like as far as getting your paperwork together.
It's as simple as going to your app store on your phone. And here we go. I'll pull it up on my phone real quick. You might not be able to see it when I throw it up, but it's just as simple as going on ASCAP.com, which is a website. You got three publishing authorities, which is ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC, SESAC. And you just sign up. It's just as easy as signing up for Uber, and they guide you through the whole entire process of registering your music properly.
Dope. That's dope.
It's not that hard. It's very easy. They make it seem like it's so difficult, and it really isn't. Here, it's just this simple. Just go on ASCAP.com,
Yep. That's
and
all
you
you
just
gotta
get
do.
on there and get your stuff together. They will, you get your banking information. You got to have your EIN numbers and your what is it? You got to have your EIN or your social security number, however you register it as a sole proprietor or as a company, and you get your paperwork together. I mean, we got the information at our fingertips, and people are still just spacing out on everything.
Being lazy. Being lazy.
Or more concerned about the clout side or the popularity side and not the paperwork side.
How has it been for you, not just now, but prior to now, like as far as the popularity was concerning you and music?
Well, I never cared about popularity in life anyway, so I was always so focused on my craft. And I've always known that if you work on a skill, 10,000 hours of any skill makes you a master at that skill. So if you focus 10,000 hours on playing basketball, damn it, you're going to be popular.
Exactly.
If you
Exactly.
focus 10,000 hours on making music, once you drop the music, people gonna hear it. Yeah, I mean, it just sells itself. Any good product sells itself.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
You know, when you see too much promotion on a product, that means it's terrible.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen a lot of promotion on something before, and I'm check it out. I'm like, this was mid.
Like, think about it, beer. The good beer don't have commercials.
It sure doesn't.
Have
It
you never
really,
seen a Rolex commercial?
no, never,
You never seen a Bentley commercial?
never seen a Rolls Royce commercial, Lamborghini commercial, none of that.
Hey, you never seen a oh, we being positive today. I don't want to go too far on that one, but you get
Yeah,
it.
I already
you
know.
know, right, right. Learjets don't give commercials, so there you go.
Yeah, that's real. So with the music that's with the climate of the music game right now, where do you think your music is gonna fall?
Honestly, that's for the that's for the people to decide. Honestly, I mean, we make the music subjectively as people, but it has to be taken in a objective way. So it's just all about how the people take it. Honestly, I'm not even thinking about any of that. I am thinking about it because we want to make some money, we want to get something coming in, but at the same time, as an artist, to keep it true to your creativity and at its raw base level as an artist, you can't even care about it.
Yeah, I get it. Just do the work, put it out. Yeah, I get it. What's your take on streaming versus direct to consumer?
Streaming again, you got to play the song 16 times to make a penny.
Right.
I don't understand why a booming business like the music business, and yes, maybe this is me calling out the majors, but I don't understand why a booming business, $1 trillion business, would go and condense themselves to just a big jukebox. It kind of doesn't make much sense.
So, with the way that things are going now, do you think it's best for for the artists that really take this music shit serious? Do you think it's best for everybody to just focus on being independent and doing the work themselves, or getting a team and doing the work together?
Pretty much just getting your team together and doing the work. It doesn't require much work with a team.
Right.
Now, as a solo individual, yes, you're going to be stressed the fuck out trying to put records out at a major scale. But everything is direct to consumer. And with the streaming direct to consumer, you just got to hustle. You got to grind at this shit. You
Yep.
know, we got to think, all right, CDs are dead media. No one got a CD player no more. All right, so we got to go over to the USBs. I don't want to give too much of the game away,
Right.
but you sell one USB, you know, you're gonna make more than somebody going on the streaming site and playing your album. They go on your site, play your album one time. Let's just say you got 10 songs, a 16th of a penny. All right, let's say you got 16 songs. All right, they done listen to every song on the album. You made a penny.
Yeah.
Now
That's
you
not
got to split the penny with the producers and split the penny with the company, the producers, and all of that. So you're not even seeing a whole penny. Whereas you sell that USB for $5, one sale is better than I don't know however many fucking times you got to play the shit on streaming to make $5.
right.
So it's just simple economics. You just quantify your point of sale. That's the simple thing. It's business 101. You quantify your point of sale. When you take it to streaming, you took away your point of sale. No more
Yeah.
point of sale other than shows.
Got you. Got you. And do you that's another thing too. A lot of some people, after a certain time stop wanting to do shows because of the, age thing. And now that we're talking about rapping in your 40s, how do you feel about performing in front of crowds still to this day.
Well, again, age appropriateness. You got to age gracefully. You
Right.
know, I'm not gonna go out there with a bunch of torn up jeans and Balenciaga moon boots to try to keep up with some youngsters. No, that's no. It's all called stand in taste, and you can still put on a good show as an older artist or an aged or seasoned artist. You know, we working on those euphemisms. Um, you can go on here as a seasoned artist. Just take a band. You
Yeah.
know, get a
Yeah.
band, get a couple of age appropriate dancers, and put on a decent show. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
But the one thing is this one about rap though. People have to understand that they up the insurance, they up the liability insurance that the promoter has to carry because it's hip hop.
Yeah. I get that. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say it's like 20 times the amount that it is for a rock show. So let's just say the rock show is $1,000 that you got to pay for that policy. For the rap show, you got to pay like 20,000. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts, bro. But
That's
how
why these shows are so. That's why these shows are so expensive now. That's why these tickets are so ridiculous. Tickets are $800, $900, $1,000. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen it happen. But the funny thing is, I see these people complaining about ticket prices, but I see a lot of people at these shows still. So obviously it ain't that bad. You know what I mean? And I actually heard somebody else argue that the ticket sales should be more because so many artists are getting raped financially. So, I feel like it could go either way. But I also believe that if you got a core fan base, you're going to be good regardless. So I look at it like that too, and like I'm sticking with what I'm saying as far as core. I'm putting emphasis on core because a lot of fans are fickle. They're people,
Yeah.
So people are flipping the minute because somebody else came out that they like better or whatever the case may be. This artist, this other artist. I mean, we was outside for when Nas and Hov when they was battling. You saw what happened. You saw the division. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't even from New York. And you saw the division. These people sitting up here acting like they with niggas from we in school with Inkster niggas. You a Finkel dude, I'm from 7 Mile, and niggas is acting like they from Brooklyn and Queens. And
Yeah,
like,
it was crazy.
It was nuts. So yeah, man, it was crazy. But you saw the divide just off of that alone. And we're talking about people that probably started off liking Nas and just switched up. And Hov, he killed them. Nas finally dropped Ether. Oh no, you know what? I'm sticking with Nas on this one. Did you got people like me and you that knew when Nas come back, it's probably gonna be bad for Hov. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah.
He used to be, cause see, this is the thing. I always knew Nas used to battle rap under the name Kid Wave when he had dreads on the top. So he already was a cypher battle rapper kind of dude to begin with. And I'm like, that ain't gonna work. Kind of like this recent one here. Hey, I caught that early. I should have put some money. I wish they had a parlay on that at the sports book. Cause
Drake and Kendrick.
I said, hey man, this guy Dot come from a place where he worked at Burger King and spent all but $5 of his first check to press his CDs and go on the corner and sell them just to have people laugh at him.
Right.
He come from that place of rap. You not about to battle them kind of people.
Yeah.
Like you better off like, hey bro, can I just like, hey man, let me come out there, holler at you. We gonna work this out, have a beer and call it the shit. Cause no, you not about to battle rap them hungry kind of guys like that. It just don't work out.
Yeah, definitely not. And speaking of fans, how does being a rapper affect your friendships and relationships with with the people that you care about?
People a lot of times it goes along with this being a rapper, and it's funny we call it being a rapper, but it's just it's for me it's a tributary to the larger river called entrepreneurship.
Okay.
This was an avenue, like it was an avenue of entrepreneurship for me from the beginning. Like I was putting my own money into it, pressing up my own records, selling my own records, whatever have you.
Right.
And it's just like anything else. It's like as an entrepreneur in life, you don't go and one of the smartest things in business is not pushing business on your friends and family. Like, don't ask for too much support from them. If they choose to support, cool, but don't ask them. Don't push your business on friends and family too hard because a lot of jealousy will come up, a lot of animosity, a lot of entitlement will get mixed in with it. So, what I do is, I got friends where I got a friend where he just now found out I rapped last year
Wow.
by mistake because I sent him a text message with one of the songs and I meant to send it to somebody else. And he was like, "Hey, bro, that sound like you. Is that you?" I said, "Yeah." Bro, I didn't know you was dope like this. Like, what the fuck is going on? Where the nigga you? Then he started opening up about how he was a producer and he done did some engineering and he talking to me about all types of music stuff that we didn't even know we had in common. We was working in the trades together.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, like
So it got to a point where you wasn't even really talking about music. You were just kicking it with people like, regular.
yeah, I'll keep it regular with people, not talk about music too much, not it was a point in time where, we had the company and this was back when 10 Letter went to jail. Um yeah, it was a real blow. That was a real blow. He had a hit. He had a real monster of a hit and then went to jail 2 months later
Damn.
before we could get it out. And
Right.
so it was always little writings. I get inspired, write something, make something, put it away, whatever have you. And, people would be like, "What are you over there doing?" "Oh, man, listening to some music." I just tell them listening to music. They wouldn't know I'm over here writing a song in my mind. So, a lot of that comes with knowing how people are, human nature. A lot of times, human nature is trying to do better than the next person.
Right.
And
Instead of just
so,
doing you.
right. And also working in the trades too. You around a lot of toxic masculinity and macho kind of guys.
Yeah.
And writing well crafted poetry ain't quite the most macho masculine thing. So, you kind of not talk about it around them guys, but if they hear your music and they respect it, they fuck with you. If not, whatever, motherfucker. You know, I had a
Yeah.
lot of guys ask me, like, why you ain't tried to link up with such and link up with such and such, because it's dick riding.
Right. It
I
is.
mean, that guy is a well established artist. What I look like? Hey, man, listen to my demo. That's dick riding,
Yeah.
especially in a day and time where you can put your shit out.
Exactly. And especially, rapping in your 40s, that's not a good look to trying to. I can't even picture you saying, "Hey, yo, 40, listen, man, I need you to check that." Nah, if you heard it and you like it, let's collab. That's it. You know, I don't see at this day and age anybody running up to somebody. I mean, I'm sure people will do it, but it's not a good look. So you're right. You can put it out yourself, make it happen yourself, especially that is this easy. I mean, you got guys that made songs and made money like Little Pump. I mean, they're there. They were here and now they're gone, but still, they was able to eat off of this. Easy.
Lil Pump, he had a one there. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Lil Pump had a one there. I mean, without the visuals, he had a one there. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I just hearing it, I'm like, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Then I see the purple dreads, I was like,
Yep. Exactly.
whoa, this
Yeah.
nigga wild and be.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Man, let's take it back though. Who inspired you to start making music?
Ooh, a brother.
Okay.
And I say that very, a brother. And I say that
Very
very,
Hulk Hoganish.
very dark, yep, very Hulk Hoganish, because I still want to body slam him. Uh, he was rapping, and I was interested, and he didn't want to show me and his brother how to really rap along. And he was kind of gatekeeping his homeboy that was making the beats. And I call him out. Shout out to brother Dave McKinney, man. He doing time in the Michigan Department of Corrections, but I owe that brother big. If we get a hit, man, I gotta take care of him. Brother told me how to use Fruity Loops. He showed me how to make beats, and you know, but to rap, Buddy would not show us how to count bars, show us how to put it together. And I was in Japanese class at Oak Park High. I went to three high schools, but second school was Oak Park High, and I had a Japanese class. And I used to finish my work quick, and my partner in there, she was rapping. And I go over there, listen to what she is making. Then I go home, try to write something to try to, just force feature on it or whatever. And then I come back, rap it to her, and she like, you rapping like a robot. Like you on time, but you got to put a little style on it. And she helped me get that together in a very short period of time because I only went to school there 5 months.
Right. That's
And
dope.
so, shout out to her. Shout out to Jessica, man. That's the homie, man. That you know her, man. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Shout out to Jessica Glaze, man. And shout out to James Glaze because
Oh yes,
you,
yes,
you,
he's nice.
you talk about. See, I didn't get inspired. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love hip hop, and I used to listen to a lot of different music. However, I got inspired to rap because of my people that I was around. So same as you, my brother James, he would freestyle, and it'll sound like way better than somebody that was writing stuff. And he's exactly who got me started with even thinking about rapping. Like for real. I started writing my first song I ever wrote was about a neighbor, but because of him, I put in that time and effort to try to do my best to make a song. Even though it was a diss, it didn't matter. I just wanted to do something because I was mad and I was like, you know what? My homie can rap. I need to try it out. And no, regardless of how much better he was than me, I still wanted to do it because I got inspired by seeing him do it so effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? So,
Bro, James is nice, man. Every time I hear that 112 beat, I immediately hear him on it and be like, oh, damn, this is the 112 song. This not him on there. That nigga gassed on that 112 beat. Like,
yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah, bro.
And and shout out to the locals and the people who, never really just put it out there like that. But man, there's way more doper MCs on the street than it is coming through the machine.
Yeah.
Like,
Way better.
man, shout out to Undertaker, for Bar Heavy Entertainment on the west side, bro. He rep 8 Mile like he just 8 Mile, and Dog
Yeah.
just he got a song called I want to say it's a song, it's a real good dope ass song. It slips my mind right now. He in the church, him and his wife a producer, Rated M. Bro, shout out to both of them. They do beautiful things.
Yeah.
My brother Shank Havoc, he was on the battle circuit for a long time. I'm trying to get him motivated to dropping new music. Half sarcastic shout out to Darkilius. Love you, brother.
That's what's up.
But let's get it together, man. People, we got to get that shit out. Oh, bro, Stretch new music.
Yeah.
Bro, Stretch Money new music going.
Good.
Like, for real, like, it's dope. And it's like, bro, we got to keep doing this shit to bring some balance to this, because we can't keep on listening to muddying up the culture, because we got to look at it bring it back to the elementals. You got earth, air, fire, water. The rhymes is the fire. The beats is the air. The clothing and the look is the earth. The dances is the water, and it all creates the ether. this was a conversation about going independent that I got from Professor Griff from Public Enemy. You know, when he was going on doing his tour, talking about the Illuminati and everything, you know, I called the number and talked to him. That brother kept me on the phone for 2 damn days, man, just really preaching about, you know, staying independent. Watch these devils. You know, he said it blatantly, like, you know, when I told him that the A&R told me I wasn't sexy enough to go to the freak off. And I say, huh? What that got to do with me putting music out?
Yeah.
And you know, and I told Professor Griff about that, and he said, "Man, let me hear your music." Sent some over to him. He called me back, cussed me out for 2 motherfucking days about, man, you gotta put your own shit out, man. Don't let these motherfucking devils fuck you around and whoopty whoopty whoop and you know.
Just
And
out of
it's
curiosity, what did you send him?
what did I send him? Ooh, that demo was a man. That demo was a bitch, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I went through so much bullshit. I sent him Cruise and Tonight, the one I did over the Michael Jackson sample.
Okay.
And yeah, because I was trying to get another popular Detroit area R&B singer on one of the songs on the demo, but he wanted to do weird butt stuff, and I had to ghost that guy as well. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, that's
I'm trying to make
crazy.
music, and you know,
Yeah.
and it's like that with these people. These people
Yeah.
weirdos.
Yeah, they are. They are. Well, I'm definitely glad that you back to making music, man. Cause you know I've been talking to you about it for a minute. Like, hey, bro, what the like? I don't like seeing dudes that I know that really got it like that not put it out. So I'm really glad, and I understand. I understand why you took a step back, but I'm glad that you back to it, and I'm glad you don't plan on stopping. Can't wait to hear the music. When do you plan on having Rashard drop?
We are tightening up legal right now.
Okay.
So it's any day now in the next couple of weeks. It maybe in the next week, maybe next 2 weeks, maybe next 3 weeks, but definitely got something. Something is dropping this weekend. We got a
Definitely.
hot one dropping this weekend, and I think the city is gonna love it. The
Dope.
city needed. It's something for the city. The city needed. East side, west side needed. Everybody love it. We need that because I love how Detroit is. Even though I'm not there physically, I'm still from there. I'm born there, and I love how we becoming more of a national front now. People looking at us. People paying attention to us. You
Yeah,
know, and that's
definitely.
good. And it's deeper than just looking at us for Marshall.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. What would you say to somebody that's looking to get into music right now?
Do it.
Just get started.
Yeah, it's so open ended. If you just make sure you look at it like art. Art is open ended.
Yeah.
We at a point now where we can jump on the track and just pootie tang it, just nothing, just
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You right, man.
and put it out, and it's nothing, man. You know, I love it. I love that it's so open ended. As much as us old heads or the older heads, I wouldn't call us old heads. I call us middle children, the middle child.
Right.
And so the old heads complain about the mumbling. The old heads complain about the one verse songs, but I think it's beautiful because it opens up the creativity. It makes it boundless and not just stuck in this format of find some boring R&B bitch to sing the hook. You
Right.
make three dry ass verses about simping and then we call it a single. No,
Got you.
we passed that.
Got you. Well, I'm looking forward to actually be out. Like I said, I heard it. I've been listening to it.
Oh yeah. Go.
What would you? One last question. What would you have told your younger self when it came down to making music?
Honestly, don't collaborate.
Damn.
Like just make your own songs. Keep the hot shit for yourself and just go.
That's what's
Because in my younger age, in our younger times, man, people so statistical, and you don't know what kind of bad faith people operating on. And when
right.
it comes to doing music, people are in a lot of bad faith.
Got you. That's real. That is definitely real. But dog, I appreciate you, man, and I'm glad
Oh
that you
yeah,
was
and I
able to.
appreciate you as well, man. And
I'm
we gonna
you
get
was
to it.
you was on my old pod, but I'm glad you came onto this one. You know what I'm saying? Because this is different. This is going in the direction that I'm going in for the new season. And shout out to you too, because I remember us having a conversation and you was like, B, this is the direction you need to go in. Fuck the bullshit. This is it, because you're great at talking about this and you know what you be talking about. So
Yeah,
salute to you, my dog.
yeah.
Salute to you.
as well, brother.
Thank you, man.
Cause you've always had a good ear. You always was fair with people, and I think this is just a good direction because it's so positive. It's we got to be positive here. Always positive. Hey, I hate to be corny and quote a reggae song. Always forward, never backwards. And that's what we doing. You're doing that through hip hop. It's like, shout out to Joe Budden. I mean, we journalists of the streets.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for him to transition from bar heavy lyricism to being a great hip hop journalist, I gotta give him that. Only thing I got against him is being so judgy. Cause look, Joe, everybody not as good as you lyrically, okay? Let it go. But at the same time, I love it because it's like he transitioned to a journalist, which is what he's always been. He's always been a journalist because that's what we are, street journalists.
Exactly.
So, and it piggybacks off each other. So it's beautiful, man.
That's real, man. Well, we about to get out of here, but before we get out of here, tell people where they can find you, bro.
Oh, IG debonair _ dread, Instagram. There you go. Or Facebook, Exo Musica LLC on Facebook.
Most definitely, man. Definitely appreciate you. Can't wait to hear the music. And you'll be back, man. So
Oh
I
yeah, for sure.
appreciate you, dog. We out of here till next time, ladies and gentlemen. Season 5
right.
coming soon. Indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.